Josh, what about All-Star Weekend? I know we want to get into that as well because, Trey's is a plethora of knowledge. It's not just football, people.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend, for me personally, it was pretty underwhelming. I honestly didn't think it should have happened. The dunk contest was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. What were your thoughts overall for the All-Star festivities?
Nailed it, what you just said. Like it was a pass for me. Like here's my problem with the NBA. And I appreciate the entertainment value of the regular season, right? But if you play 82 games to eliminate less than half the teams from the playoffs, why do I care? There's no such thing as an important regular season NBA game. You can have an entertaining game and an interesting game, but you literally play 82. The NHL is guilty of this as well, but in the NHL, if you don't try, you'll get massacred. Like there's a difference. The NBA's biggest problem to me is that the regular season is of no consequence whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, the best teams, and by the way, with Blake Griffin joining the Nets, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
you have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Blake Griffin. If you don't win by 1,000,000 points, you failed miserably. So like the NBA All-Star Game to me used to be one of my favorite things to watch in all sports. And now it's like, whatever. Like there has to be something that matters. That's why I love football. Every game matters. Like it's important to try. And I just, with the NBA the way it is, it's like we're just putting out inventory until the playoffs start. And remember, the first round of the NBA playoffs used to be best 3 out of 5. They made that to 4 out of 7, and now you play a game on Sunday and you play the next game on Wednesday in the same city. So there's no reason to have that lag. You're just hanging around, and it's all for television revenue. I get it, but it just until you get to the conference finals in the NBA, let me know, and then I'll catch up.
I got to throw this in there. It's one of my friends. Blake is old and washed up. Lakers in 6. Tell him that he's wrong.
Well, is Anthony Davis gonna be back and ready to go from the Achilles?
He's just waiting for the playoffs. He saw that
he's like the rest of us. He's like the rest of us.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I will say this. Like there are LeBron critics, and I understand it, but he's now won 4 championships on 3 different teams. That's significant, right? Like I'm of the Jordan era, and I will always believe he's the greatest player I've ever seen. 6-0 in finals, 6 finals MVPs. I get all that. He didn't win bleep until Pippen showed up. And those two had to work together. LeBron has made it from Miami to Cleveland to LA and found a way to make it work in every one of those places. And you can say whatever you want about LeBron. You don't like this, you don't like that. There's only one player in the history of the NBA that's in the top 10 in scoring and the top 10 in assists. It's LeBron James. He may end up being the all-time greatest scorer in NBA history. But all the other great scorers, they're not in the top 50 in assists. He plays a different game. And you may not like it, but at the end of the day, it needs to be acknowledged for what it is. And for all the Jordan love, and again, I said I'm one of those guys, he won championships when he passed the ball to John Paxson and Steve Kerr. Those things happened, and there are certain people that want to pretend like they didn't. LeBron sees the game in a different way. He is singularly unique.
That may be my favorite thing outside of when you said the Panthers defense is in good shape. That's my favorite thing you've said this show, because they all want to say that Ray Allen saved LeBron. Then, like you said, then Steve Kerr and John Paxson saved Jordan too.
It's not like it hasn't happened before. He's an easy target in the era of social media. But if all those other people were as good as they were, why aren't they filling up the assist stats like LeBron is?
It's I give my LeBron criticism here and there, but it doesn't. Listen, Josh is a lover though, because LeBron dunks and he thinks he just hit 360.
Okay,
here we go.
This was the argument. LeBron dunked in game from like one step in the free throw line. And Kanye was like, that's not impressive.
It was a wide open dunk. He ran.
And then I asked him when Jordan dunked from the free throw line in a dunk contest, was that impressive? And he was like, yeah. I was like, no defenders, didn't have to dribble, took from the other baseline. How is that impressive, but LeBron's dunk?
Because LeBron did it inside the free throw line.
One step.
Hey, a step is a step. Oh, a step for LeBron ain't the same step as me and you.
Yeah, you're losing this argument. I'm just telling you.
No, listen. Yeah. I'll sit here on this argument all day.
Why do you want to die on this hill?
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
why do you want to die on this hill?
I want to die on this hill.
Did LeBron hurt you in some way?
No. Trey, listen, this is why I'm dying on the hill. Because I get it. LeBron is fantastic. But it's the LeBron fatigue as well that I have to see him posted everywhere, that he just did one dunk on a wide open basket, and next thing I know, I'm supposed to be praying to him.
All right. Well, thank you. Hold on a minute. Let's just be clear about one thing. You're right. LeBron fatigue is a thing. Why is LeBron fatigue a thing? Because he's been great forever. And the other thing, like Jordan never had social media. Jordan never did any of this. You never could suffer from LeBron fatigue or Kareem fatigue or Magic fatigue because there was no way to get fatigued.
I think my beef comes with everything I see being quoted year 17. Because I'm telling you right now, next season, every time Brady throws a pass, I'm quoting the tweet with year 22 or whatever season he's in.
Well, no, those things are accurate. But those things are accurate. Like the greatest quarterback over 40 before what we've seen from Brady is the guy hanging behind Josh's right shoulder. It's Brett Favre. And Brady has said, let me punt that shit out of here 50 yards. Okay? Look, I'm not the biggest Brady guy of all time, but you have to acknowledge what he's doing. LeBron in year 17, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And Jordan retired. Like, okay, imagine LeBron now and imagine Jordan as a wizard. Those are the things we're comparing. Okay? Jordan as a wizard was not LeBron as a Laker. It ain't the same thing.
Can I make this argument, though?
You can make any argument you want. This is the problem with social media, but go ahead.
You're right. That we now know how to take care of our bodies more. I mean, back in the day, what's the famous picture? Guy smoking a cigarette on the football bench.
That would be Len Dawson at halftime of Super Bowl I.
I mean, yes. we know how to take care of our bodies now.
A Sprite. I get it. All of that is true. But you're telling me that in the mid-'90s, Jordan didn't know how to take care of his body? You just quoted a picture from 1967.
All right, but did Jordan
difference?
Did Jordan have, cryogenic chambers that he could sleep in and spending $1 million on his body like LeBron does?
Then why is Dwayne Wade out of the league?
Jordan had whatever he freaking wanted, man.
Jordan still has whatever he wants.
I'm the biggest Jordan guy of all time, but you're not getting me to say that, Jordan didn't have all the – he had everything. He had everything.
Who is your favorite athlete?
He wasn't ripping darts.
He was smoking 16 cigars after winning the NBA Finals.
LeBron smokes cigars and drinks wine.
Hey, wine's, the doctors say it's good for you now.
So there you go. So now you come full circle.